It takes Rodney and James 5 hours to paint a house. It takes James and Matt 6 hours to paint the same house. If it takes Rodney 8 hours to paint the house by himself, how long does it take for Rodney and Matt to paint the house? So in this problem here, there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's one technique you can use that will carry you through this whole entire problem and any problem like this. So if you're dealing with a word problem in this situation here, where it deals with the amount of time it takes to work or get amount of work done, what I can do is I can set up my equation as you see here in this first row all the way across. So what I do, if I take a look at the first part, it takes Rodney and James 5 hours to paint a house. Well, I can put 1 over Rodney's time, so 1 over R. Add that with 1 over James's time, 1 over J. That's going to equal 1 over the total time, which is 5 hours, as it said. So this would be how I set this up. 1 over R plus 1 over J equals 1 over 5. Okay, let's do the same thing for the other two parts given to us. It says it takes James and Matt 6 hours to paint the same house. So 1 over James's time plus 1 over Matt's time is going to equal 1 over the total time, which was 6 hours. Okay, so I have a second equation here. My third equation says if it takes Rodney 8 hours to paint the house by himself, how long does it take for Rodney and Matt to paint the house? So Rodney and Matt working together, it says Rodney takes 8 hours, so 1 over Rodney's time, which is 8, so 1 over 8, plus 1 over Matt's time is going to equal 1 over the total time, which is your unknown, which is your x value. Okay, so I have 3 sets of equations right here. So starting kind of working from left to right, I have Rodney's time. It says it takes him 8 hours to paint the house by himself. Okay, so it's going to be 1 over Rodney's time, or 1 over 8, plus 1 over J equals 1 over 5. Now I can solve this for, actually keep it as 1 over J, because over here you see you're going to want it 1 over J as well. So we don't really need to solve for J, but we want to solve it for 1 over J. It's going to be easier. So when I solve for 1 over J, I need to subtract 1/8 from both sides. I'm going to get 1 over J equals 1/5 minus 1/8. Okay, when I subtract that, I'm going to get 3 over 40. So 1 over J is 3 over 40. So now I go to the second equation that I have written here. 1 over J we said is 3 over 40. Plug that in. And I have to find 1 over M. Okay, I could solve for M, but it's easier just to leave it as 1 over M, because this third equation I need 1 over M as well. So when I solve this equation, I subtract 3/40 from both sides. I get 1 over M equals 1/6 minus 3/40, which would give you 11 over 120. Okay, so now looking at the third equation, I already know 1 over 8 is going to be for Rodney's time, plus 1 over M. We found 1 over M to be 11 over 120. So when I add these together, it's going to give me 1 over X, which is where X is my total time. Okay, so if I just solve this for X, I will have my answer. So when I add these together, I get 15 over 120 plus 11 over 120 gives me 26 over 120. So when I solve for X, I'm going to get 120 over 26, which can reduce, and I'm going to get 60 over 13, and that is my final answer.